This video is sponsored by Cake Wallet, the easiest open source wallet to store Bitcoin, Monero, and Litecoin securely on mobile and desktop devices. When buying, selling, and exchanging crypto or trading for gift cards, Cake Wallet ensures privacy and security, giving you the keys to your coins. Good morning! Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. Welcome to the show. Welcome back to the Daily Zest. I am your host, Randi Hipper. I am so happy to be back. I missed every single individual that is watching, viewing, liking, and sharing, subscribing to the channel. I missed you guys. Hello, Striker, Crypto Cowboy over there on the TikTok. TikTok is popping off, by the way. Guys, let's pop off here as well. If you guys are here, make sure you smash these likes, subscribe, share the stream out with friends. Make sure more people can get educated on what's going on with Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, the banks. I do apologize for me being a few minutes late. Had some computer issues, but we know how that goes, and that will be fixed soon. Hopefully. And I'm very excited. I hope you guys are doing well. I miss you guys over the weekend. Make sure you guys check out our lovely sponsors, Cake Wallet, open source, beautiful wallet for you to store and spend your crypto. You can also check out Market Cipher. Link is in the live chat and in the description. Use code missteencrypto or code Zesty for 20% off at checkout. Make sure you guys also keep in mind the poll I have in the chat. Do you guys like this new look I have? This new look. If you guys are curious on TikTok, head over to YouTube. You'll be able to see my new overlay and everything. Let me know if you guys like it. I did have a new countdown, and I don't know why it wasn't there, but I had to use my old one. So tomorrow I will do a new countdown as well. It has like a groovy song to it, so I'm very excited to debut that. Let's get after it, guys. Enter that poll. Let's make sure we get to our goal of 100 likes and 100 live viewers. That would make me absolutely so happy on a lovely Monday. Nice to see you, Ace Database. I could look into that if you remind me in a few minutes.
Happy Monday. Let's get this party started.
Let's go, Armani! Yar! Everyone, please yar for Armani! Oh!
Randy, why don't you love me?
Oh my gosh, Joe, you know, you're a little needy nowadays, Joe. You're a little needy. I'm just... just kidding. Oh my gosh, I can't. Guys, I also went for a tan yesterday. So I'm a little extra red. Thank you, Joe, for your $5, and also Armani for your $5. Literally, we just got on here, and we already have 2 $5 super chats. I am honored. I feel spoiled. I'm also wearing, again, I wanted to bring the good vibes to the stream, so I just decided to go a little flowery today, a little flowery dress going on. So if you guys are fans of the dress, please throw that in the chat as well. I got a tan. I realized just now how red I look. Guys, I want to say hi to everyone in the chat. Firstly, thank you to Joe and Armani. We also have Randy, Final Ken's in the chat. Mike Volmer is in the chat. Nice to see you. My in and out bestie, John Jermaine, my girl, Alexandra G. It's nice to see you guys. Welcome to the stream. Oh gosh, Emma's here. Commander Crunk, nice to see you. Automatic Beats is in the chat. Nice to see all of you guys. Bacon, Eggs, and Hash. Digi, thank you for your love, by the way. I appreciate your support all these years. We got Lights F. Nice to see you as well. Who else is it? Oh, my fave, Taco Berry. We love Taco Berry. Nice to see you, Taco Berry. Sophisticated, nice to see you. Patrick Murphy. Armani yarring in the chat as he should. Everyone should yar for Armani, to be honest. Rick, nice to see you. What's up? Dave Digital in the chat. Nice to see you, Dave Digital. We got Geek of All Trades as well. My mining squad is out here. Where's Retro Mike? I'm missing him. We need Destroyer 1911. John Legend, nice to see you. Kiddo 001, nice to see you as well. Alvio, nice to see you. What's up? What's up? Let's see. I don't know if I missed anyone. I hope I didn't miss anyone. I'm looking. The other TJ, nice to see you, said morning from South Florida. Nice to see you, TJ. Is it nice and warm down there? I mean, I saw something like Miami, last week was 104 degrees. Was that true? How's the weather down there in South Florida? I need some South Floridian weather. Although it's 72 degrees right now in New York. It's not too bad. I should have a weather report. We should do a weather report. That'll be fun. Higher High said, love you from the Philippines. No way. Well, hello, Higher High from NYC. It's nice to see you. Much love from this side as well. Nice to see you, friends. I love our international audience. This is amazing. That's why I love crypto, because it's everyone from all over the world that could be involved. It's beautiful. Hi, Jose. P. Cruz, good morning to you. You were in, Cowboy says he was in Miami last week and it was hot. Yeah, man, I could only imagine. My hair would be out to here if I was in Miami right now. I mean, granted, if I go outside right now, this will expand. No doubt, no doubt. Guy said fit is a vibe. Thank you. went off today. I don't know. I felt a vibe. I really did feel a vibe today. And I said I wanted to feel happy. I wanted to dress happy. So that's kind of exactly what I did. Thank you for your support, Guy. John Foster and little Emma. It is nice to see you guys. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. All right. And Digi said 72 is perfect. You know, I could vibe with that. I could vibe with 72. Like I thrive in like 75, maybe like 80 degree weather. That's where I thrive. Rick says hot down here in Florida. It's 100 degrees. See, that is hot. I mean, I went out yesterday. It was like, 80 something, and it was like low 80s. I went out. I sat by like the ocean. I was touching grass yesterday. You guys would have been proud of me. I was touching grass. I was out there for an hour, and I actually got burnt. And as you can see, but it kind of blended today. I got a little burnt, but I was only out there for an hour. Then the fog started to come in, and then it started to get a little misty and weird. So I was like, I'm out of here. But after an hour, I must say, like, touching grass, being in the sun for an hour, it was pretty refreshing. Not gonna lie to y'all. So you guys, moral of the story, go outside, touch grass, everything like that. Justine, nice to see you from Norway. Nice to see you from Norway. That is beautiful. Hi, David. Alvio's from Italy. Oh, my family. Nice to see you. The Italian family. Emma says, I need 90 and above. I do like 90 and above. I'm not going to lie to you. I feel like, I could chill. I could be free. You know what I mean? Wear dresses, no problem. Don't have to worry. Yeah. 90 degrees is cool. I'm a fan sometimes. If it's humid, that's another story. But if it's like 90 degrees, a nice breeze, set. Andrew, nice to see you. Lights Out said you took a week vacation, much needed. Yeah, we literally do need a vacation, my friends. That's why I'm saying, like, go outside, touch grass, do a staycation, whatever it is. Just enjoy yourself. Now, I know we rambled about the weather. We're rambling about the Floridian life, the New York life, all of the life, our international lives. But my friends, we have to talk about Bitcoin. We have to talk about crypto and everything going on, because there are some important things happening here. There are some important things. Now, make sure you guys are entering that poll, smashing these likes, sharing the stream out with friends. Let's get 100 likes and 100 live viewers. We're over halfway to that goal in viewers. So let's get after it. I want to do a quick market overview. David says it's nice and cool in the UK. Wow, you're from the UK, my friend David. That's beautiful. We got our bubbles, my friend. This is the daily bubbles. So we have AV taking a hit. Bitcoin Cash is pamping. Hex is damping. Whoa, was that just thunder? I feel like I just heard some thunder. TikTok, did you guys hear that? Colorado, nice to see you. Theta down 2%. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. I was talking to somebody on TikTok. Colorado, it's nice to see you. Theta's chilling, down with 2%. Ape up 6%. Vet 5.5%. Litecoin, oh, poor little Litecoin. It's such a small bubble, but it's up 1.4%. Also, I want to take a look at Litecoin since we have the halving coming up. We'll look at the chart. I want to look at the monthly. The weekly looks good. The monthly, I want to take a look at because we're almost done with the month, guys. So we're ending the month pretty much like this week. Saturday begins the new month. Now, Bitcoin Cash went up 92% this month, which is insane. Stacks 24%, Hex down 50%. So you really see like a turn of events in the market here. Just things that were pamping a lot aren't pamping as much anymore and kind of like going the other way. Bitcoin's up 14%, it says here. This is really interesting. Let's look at the week. See, the week looks very green, and I enjoy that. Look at the green. Look, you compare the month to the week, a day. Wow, that's insane. I like to see a lot of green. There's a lot that happened last week. Monero was up 20% last week. That's good. Litecoin up 16% last week around. Dope. Let's look at the charts. Hope you guys enjoyed the bubbles, by the way. But we're heading over to the charts because I love the charts. Charts are so beautiful. Love it. Now, we're like a little sideways with Bitcoin the past few days. You know what? I'm not upset. I just like being over $30,000 Bitcoin. It just makes my heart really warm. Does it make your heart warm, friends? You could put that in the chat. We have $30,457 Bitcoin, down 0.08%. So as you can see, we barely made any moves. Literally barely trading here, friends. So here we have market Cipher on the daily. We're going to take a look at the weekly chart, of course, because on our crypto, because we just started the new week. However, this is the daily right now. we started to head up in terms of money flow. As you can see, we had our arrow. We were like, sheesh, yay, let's like head up in money flow. Let's have some green money flow here. But it seems as though Bitcoin kind of drifted off a little bit over the weekend. And I guess maybe that's because people don't trade as much on the weekend. People get a little lazy. I don't know. Either way, we have some red money flow here on the weekend. We also had the VWAP pop below, as you can see, just briefly, a little bit. I could zoom in more so you guys could see it better, but this little yellow wave, the VWAP below the zero line, it wasn't like a confident move below the zero line, but it was just sliding below there, which isn't like fantastic momentum, starting to maybe shift downwards. We also have, again, our ranges that we were taking ganders at, my friends, because this is all very significant, where we were sideways trading between 23.5 and 24.8. We popped above that. That was like mid-March. We had a time. We were celebrating. We're like, woo, woo, woo. We then pamped up and had this range between 27.1 and 28.4. Sideways traded there between mid-March to pretty much June 21st. Now, we did actually take a dip a few days before that on the 15th. We had a wick that touched our 24.8 that we got a little worried about. But then we really had a strong bounce back. Now we bounced back to over 30K. This level that we see right now, we haven't seen since around mid-April. And then previous to that was June of 2022. So, we are recovering from last year. And that's what, again, you have to have this hodl mentality, my friends, because if you really, I hope you guys are seeing this full chart. I think you guys are. Yeah, that should be fine. If you guys take a gander at this chart, now you can obviously see that if you chose $2, of course, I'm not giving you financial advice. I'm just saying that if you dollar cost average, meaning buying daily, weekly, monthly, whatever it is, then you would have bought the dip. Throughout the summer, throughout nap time, which was November to January, where we were trading between 15 and 17K. Everyone said we were going to zero, and we believed it was not going to zero. We were at the bottom, which we were, and that was great. We bounced back from FTX over here, above 20K, pretty much up to this 24.8 mark. People were still saying bear market, bear market, bear market. This is a false run-up, and it wasn't. If you kept dollar cost averaging, buying throughout, then you would have made some gains throughout this dip until where we are now. Let's say you've been buying weekly since last year and you haven't looked at your Bitcoin wallet. You'd still be happy that, again, Bitcoin is around the same price it was last year, yet you were able to accumulate Bitcoin at lower prices. Very interesting. Very interesting. If you guys have little requests, I could try to do some today. We're gonna move over to the weekly chart on Bitcoin. Now let's talk about that. Let's have a chat. Let's have a chat, guys. We have Market Cipher telling us that we are on the weekly, which is fun. We're heading up in money flow. So this is very the daily. We're seeing a little bit of a curve down in money flow. This is the daily. Now let's go back to the weekly. The weekly, we're actually having a nice curve up on money flow, which is cool, but it's a little contradictory. But I hope this all lines up where it kind of matches the weekly where we're curving up in money flow here. We're about to touch that zero line. VWAP is still above the zero line. Momentum still above the zero line as well. Last week, we did have a green week. If you guys think we're going to have yet another green week, please drop a G in the chat. If you think we're going to have a red week, drop an R in the chat. Please let me know how you feel, G or R. We are sideways still. We're kind of where we ended off. We closed last week around 30.4K. We're literally still there. We had a nice bounce last week. We could measure out our gains from last week. Around 18% in the green. That's including the wick. But if we do candle open to close, it's about 15.5%, where we had a really nice gain last week, where we were just sideways trading for so long. Oh, it was so boring. And then finally we had this nice green candle. Hopefully we have a green week. I see you guys are very bullish in the chat, which I'm very happy to see. Very happy to see. Let's head over to the daily on Ethereum. Ethereum, see, you guys know. What am I going to say? You guys know what I'm going to say. I probably don't even have to say it. You guys could probably write it in the chat. Take the words right out of my mouth. But we are at $1,892 Ethereum. Where do I want to be? My friends, put it in the chat. I always say it, above $1,900 or $1,911. That's what I want. That's what I want. We will go into that in a moment. We have some green money flow here with Ethereum, which isn't the same as Bitcoin. Bitcoin is in the red. It's been in the red for money flow, but ETH has been pretty strong in money flow. This was due to meme coin crazes, ERC20 tokens, all of that. Took a dip in money flow. Now we are in the green, which is nice. The VWAP, though, is heading down to the zero line. I don't like to see that. I also don't like to see my trading view exposing me. We do have momentum shifting on this side. Things to think about here. Things to think about. We also have sideways trading. The past what? This is the 21st. The past 5 days, it's been so boring with Ethereum. I mean, listen, you can't be like needy or anything, but you guys know that we were kind of sideways trading between $1,400, $1,700 Ethereum. We broke out of that. We started sideways trading between March 17th and pretty much we broke out on April 3rd, ran up to 2,100, retraced. Then on June 10th, we retraced and bounced back up by the 21st. This was scary to see. I didn't like this, but it was a strong comeback. It was a strong comeback. Now we are struggling with $1,900 Ethereum. I don't know why. I don't like it. I don't like to struggle, my friends. I just like to succeed. You know what I mean? Now we are messing. I pointed out this $1,900 level. 1911 really was the level. I think I got to make this like a thicker line. Yeah, that's beautiful. This is what I've been watching out for, because as you guys can see, Ethereum tested it here in April, fell through, testing it again. We had a little pump, then we fell back through. Been tapping this for so long. And now, guys, look how it played out. Look how it played out. This is crazy because we were also stuck between 1814, like 1820-ish, and 1911. And still over the weekend, what number have we been messing with back and forth on? 1911. 1911. Now we are at $1,898 Ethereum. We are almost at $1,900. $2 away. Come on. $1,899 right now. Let's go $1,900 Ethereum. Let's go to the 1 minute chart. We're degenning. Where's my $1,900 Ethereum? Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Guys, will it hit? I want to see $1,900 Ethereum. What's happening? $1,899. $1,899. Come on, Ethereum. 1,900. 1,900. See, this is the thing about the charts. You could just stare at this all day and be like, move. 1899.98, guys. What? Oh, come on. 1,900. Yay, we did it. I love watching the charts. See, we hit it. 1901. Let's go. So hopefully this is going to lead us into the green. Now, Litecoin has been in the green all morning. I will go into Litecoin in a second. Let's go into the weekly chart for Ethereum really quick. Okay. Whoa, this looks a little messy. All right, there we go. That's better. This is the weekly for Ethereum. We had a dip in money flow. We actually hit some red with the money flow. We're starting to go back up, though. VWAP popping confidently above the zero line. Momentum still chilling up here. We're up 0.05% with Ethereum right now. We are starting off a green week here. We broke out from like these kind of resistance points that we were looking at, and I hope we kind of closed the week at 1901, almost our target of 1911. So this is really interesting. I am so here for this. The volume is okay. Like there's not some crazy volume going on, but oof. Oh, I'm looking for 1911 Ethereum. Please go back and surpass. Yeah. Past 1911, and that's zesty. Then the next target I'm looking for is 1996. But 1911 is our first. So let's get past that. Then maybe, I think, I can't feel, I feel the vibe like between like 1997 and 2000. Those are the points I'm looking for. And then our next target is like 2100. But we'll get there when we get there. You know what I mean? We'll get there when we get there. I want to talk about Litecoin for a second. Litecoin. Ooh, Litecoin so zesty. I firstly want to thank, I see Abominable in the chat, became a member for 4 months. He said, it's been a zesty 4 months as a channel member. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate you guys. If you guys are feeling the zest, then please drop your member emojis. Drop those member emojis in the chat. Let's get 100 likes and 100 live viewers. We're really almost there, guys. Come on, let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Someone get the Litecoin halving countdown for me, pretty please. I could just get it myself. You know, I'm not going to harass you guys. Okay. We have, my friends, 37 days until the Litecoin halving, where we go from 12.5 coins per block to what? 6.25. Now we are $90.05 Litecoin, up 2%. Guys, Litecoin has been in the green all morning while Bitcoin and ETH were in the red. Now Bitcoin and ETH seem to be following Litecoin. Oh. Now see on the chart here on Market Cipher on the daily, it seems like we're having a little bit of an issue. Retro Mike, stop being mean to me in the chat. Stop bullying me. Now, we also have money flow kind of going in between the red and the green here over the weekend. We had a little bit of green money flow. Now we're dipping into the red. I hope some buyers could come and defend it, pamp that into the green. The VWAP does seem to be coming down, but the momentum still shifting over there on top. Like when you can see some volume is coming in, which is good. I like to see some volume. Now, we did hit our resistance points over the weekend that we talk about. Oh my gosh. So guys, this is pretty wild. Now, we talk about Litecoin a lot because obviously it's sound money, MWeb, OmniLite, finite supply of 84 million Litecoin, cheap, faster, and easier to use, was the reason why Bitcoin has the Lightning Network, cough, cough. Now, we just had $90 Litecoin. What we wanted to see when we dipped down here was our bounce back to 90, which we did. We wanted to see $91 and then possibly 95 was our next target. Well, over the weekend, we kind of did have a little situation where we pumped above $90. We had wick highs to 93.83. I did see that, my friends. I did see that. I was happy to see it. I'm addicted to the charts. I look at the charts every 5 minutes. I'm like, what's going on? What am I missing? Do I need to alert the Zesty fam? Which I did actually do on Friday. On Friday, we were pamping. And what did I do? I came on stream to let y'all know. Again, we pamped over $91. Then we didn't hold it, unfortunately. And yesterday and today, we're kind of sideways trading. However, hopefully we could pamp back up. Again, $91 is our target. Break above this $90.99 range. Go to $95 or $96 about, then go back up to $102. Yay, Litecoin woo. Let's take a look at the weekly for Litecoin, because of course we got to look at the weekly for Litecoin. Oh my gosh, I get so excited when I talk about Litecoin. I don't know what happens. Like, I just feel like this zest rushing everywhere, woo. We have Litecoin in the green for money flow on the weekly, my friends. So you could see, we had a little dip there. But we came back out, buyers were defending it. And I mean, listen, man, if you've been looking at the whale alerts, you look at Litecoin and how much Litecoin is moved every single day, you would be sheeshing your hearts out. You would be sheeshing your hearts out. So it's kind of crazy that, again, price doesn't always equal value, man. It's crazy. If other coins were used nearly as much as Litecoin, they'd be pamping through the freaking roof. Litecoin, man. So we had a big red week, then sideways traded that week 2 weeks ago. Then last week, we had a green week, had a pamp, hit our resistance point, couldn't close above. Now we're starting off in the green for this week. Let's hope that continues. Doge, actually, I was looking at Doge sitting at this 0.066 cent range. I don't know. I'm looking for a breakout here on Doge to head back to 7 cents and then 8 cents after that. But I don't know. It looks like almost. I don't know. Maybe people in the chat could. Oh, wow. Who became a member? Consumer Break? Welcome. Consumer Break. Welcome to the Zesty fam. Thank you for joining. It's nice to see you. Make sure you guys throw some member emojis to celebrate their come forth into the Zesty fam. I appreciate that. Consumer Break. Hi. Thank you. I appreciate it. Waves to you, my friend. I'm going to say hi to everyone in the chat. So if I didn't say hi to you yet, please say hi to me. So it almost looks like, I don't know, I want to say a cup and handle here, but not really. What do you guys think? Does this give cup and handle vibes to you? Almost, but not quite. What do you guys think? Cup and, I feel like it's almost a stretch. How do you guys feel? How do you guys feel? Consumer Break says Zesty stream. I respect you, man. I respect your zest. How do you feel? How do you guys feel? I don't think it's a cup and handle. I think it's a stretch. But I'm just trying to make patterns, but I'm always looking for patterns. That's the thing. But I know it's a little bit of a stretch. Now, we do have 80 people watching. And we have 85 people watching. Let's get 100 people in here. Let's get 100 likes and 100 live viewers. If I didn't say hi to you yet, please say hi to me. Gary Gensler said, hit the like or get hit with a Wells notice. Well, I don't know. If people hit the like, are they expecting too much of an increase in likeage for the video? And then I get sent a Wells notice. Is that how it goes, Gary? Please, please, please help me, Gary. Wow, it is like heating up. No G, nice to see you guys. Hold on. If I didn't say hi to you, please say hi to me in the chat. Jay Waffleman, Zesty Consumer Break. Thank you again for joining the Zesty fam. Retro Mike, welcome to the fam where Randy breaks other people's hearts. Only yours, Mike. Only yours. I'm just kidding. We got Ian F in the chat. It's nice to see you. I think I said hi to Patrick Murphy already. If I didn't, then hello. It's nice to see every single one of you beautiful people. Crypto Crag, it's nice to see you as well. Chris Allen, nice to see you. You said you bought your first Litecoin for 69 sterling. That's nice, man. That's nice. Oh, Matthew K is in the chat. Hope you've been doing well. Aren't you on a summer break yet? Are you on summer break? Because Matthew's a teacher, so he has to be on break by now. Hopefully, he's on break. Abominable, nice to see that. You would call that a cup and handle on Doge? You think so? See. Andrew, you said you liked the wedding present I gave you. Yes, I did, actually. I showed it to my fam. I thought it was hilarious. I laughed. Nyan Squad, nice to see you. Avo, good to see you as well. Jason Moore. Oh, that's fam right there, Jason Moore. It's nice to see you. Stephen G said, you need some mac and cheese? Oh, hold up. Don't even get me started. Hold on. I don't know if it's going to look as appealing right now, but I did make homemade mac and cheese last night, guys, and it was amazing. So I made it the first time. Oh, hi, Val on TikTok. Sorry I missed you. So I did, whatchamacallit, I made it first one time a few weeks back, and I did post it on the interwebs. If you guys follow my Instagram story, you guys know I post food on there like every 2 hours because I eat every 2 hours. Now, I did post that I made a homemade mac and cheese. First time I felt like it was missing the zest. Now, I did use a recipe that I found online. However, it wasn't like all there for me. So I decided yesterday I'm going to make it again, but how my heart says to make it. So that's exactly what I did. Didn't really follow instructions. I just did what I needed to do. And let me just tell you guys, cook with your heart because this was absolutely perfect. It's cold now and we ate like half the tray, but as you can see, it's thick. It's nice. It has breadcrumbs on top for the extra crunch. You guys could see way better on TikTok. It looks a lot better on TikTok. But let me just tell you guys, if you guys like want this recipe, please put a yes in the chat if you guys like this recipe. And also look on my Instagram story and you'll put the sound on and you'll hear the crunch. Oh my gosh. Whoa. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Julio says Uncle Roger approves. As long as Uncle Roger approves, and that's all I care about. No G says to mail you some. I listen, I really wish I could. Like that would be absolutely beautiful. Steven said it looked fire. Listen, if you look on my Instagram story, put the sound on. That's it. That is it. Skipping Stones, nice to see you, American legend. You said you still believe in crypto, just not a Bitcoin person because you don't have thousands to do it. I'm an alt and privacy coin guy. Listen, American legend. I feel like that's like a big misconception though, almost in crypto, where you don't have to be rich. You don't have to like be a millionaire to buy Bitcoin. Like you could buy $5 of Bitcoin and it still doesn't take away from like the fundamentals of what it is, which is a decentralized peer-to-peer electronic cash system. So I don't think it really takes away from anything. And I think like in my eyes, I would always want to have some Bitcoin, and then like, you know, do my alt stuff. But you know, I do like smaller coins because, again, maybe you could get bigger gains from alts because they have a smaller market cap, they have room to run, versus Bitcoin that maybe you won't get like the crazy, crazy gains from. I don't know. I just still feel like you should have some like I should have, like, in my personal have some Bitcoin. Again, never financial advice, never telling you what to buy, sell, do whatever. Guy says Zesty cookbook's coming soon. If you guys want a cookbook, please throw that in the chat. Raul Fibonacci, nice to see you. The emoji, it's nice to see you. Love the content. Keep it up and share the Bitcoin love, always. James Tippins, nice to see you. Oh, all right. VW John Faucheur, Consumer Breaks. Like anyone in the Zesty fam like Wax Projects? Yeah, listen, man. If I'm looking for some good games on Wax, if you have any to suggest. Hi, Crypto Ola. Juan Lewis, nice to see you. All right. Armani wants the cookbook. Armani wants the cookbook. Listen, man, I feel like, where's Gary Gensler in the chat? Gary, you still here, bro? Where's Gary? Because I feel like I just keep hearing this in my head. I just keep hearing the same things in my head over and over again. It's like these clips literally haunt me. Oh my God, look, it's Gary. He's about to say something. What are you doing, Gary?
So we already know in the US and in many other jurisdictions that 3/4 of the market are not ICOs or not what would be called securities, even in the US, Canada, and Taiwan, the 3 jurisdictions that follow something similar to the Howey test that we've talked about. 3/4 of the market is non-securities. It's just a commodity, a cash crypto. So you'll hear debates about initial coin offerings and what's a security and what's not a security. Relevant and important debate, but for 3/4 of the market, it's not particularly relevant as a.
What, Gary? 3/4 of the crypto market are non-ICOs and not what would be called securities, even in the US, Canada, and Taiwan, and the 3 jurisdictions that follow something similar to the Howey test that we talked about. 3/4 of the market are non-securities. It's just a commodity cash crypto. I keep hearing this over and over again. Over and over again. Oh my gosh. Wait, guys. He's still not done. He's still not done.
Over 70% of the crypto market is Bitcoin, Ether, Litecoin.
I think he's getting emotional. I think he's stuttering a little bit. I think Gary's getting emotional. Gary, try one more time.
Over 70% of the crypto market is Bitcoin, Ether.
I think he's upset.
Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash. Why did I name those 4? They're not securities. Over 70% of the crypto market is Bitcoin, Ether, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash. Why did I name those 4? They're not secure.
Oh my gosh, Bitcoin, Ether, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash. They're not securities. They are commodities. Oh, whoa. But why did you say this about us, Gary? Why did you say this about us? Are you hurt? What did we do to you?
Hucksters, fraudsters, scam artists, Ponzi schemes, the public being left in line at the bankruptcy courts. We've seen this story before.
Oh my gosh.
I'm pretty sure Emma farted.
Oh, Dave Digital. Thank you for your $5 super chat. Listen, man, I wouldn't doubt it. Emma's a little bit she's a stinky kid. A little stinker. Now, my friends, I find it extremely ironic that they were talking about waiting on the line outside the bankruptcy court. But it seems that little Gary, man, has a short memory. Because what was going on in March? Let me remind you. Customers lining outside of Silicon Valley Bank Look at that. People wait. These are average people waiting outside Silicon Valley Bank for their money. But where was Gary? Where was the SEC to protect us then? But no, we are
hucksters, fraudsters, scam artists, Ponzi schemes, the public being left in line at the bankruptcy courts.
Oof. And to make all the matters worse, he said, we don't need more digital currencies. We already have digital currencies. What?
We don't need more digital currency. We already have digital currency. It's called the US dollar. It's called the euro. It's called the yen. They're all digital right now. We already have digital investments. And you have entrepreneurs representing digital investments on this program all day long. And it's whether it's the big tech companies, the automobile companies, you name it. It's all digital right now, the investing world. So what is the real underlying value of these tokens? And that's why you need full, fair, and truthful disclosure.
We already have digital currencies. The dollar, the euro, and the yen. Now, we will actually dip into the yen today. I think I have some news related to that. Oh, listen. As they are pushing crypto out, other people are taking advantage. Now, we have big news today, and we're going to go over all of it. We are going to go over all of it. Firstly, we need to get 100 likes in this chat. So let's make sure we do that. If you guys could give me a like count, that would be amazing. Because I can't have YouTube open while all these other things are open. Now, we need to take note of how crazy all of this is. That Gary Gensler is bringing up, we don't need other digital currencies. We already have digital currencies like the dollar, the yen, and the euro, all of which these countries are planning for central bank digital currencies. And on top of that, they're actually embracing crypto a little bit more than the US and giving actual clarity on what's going on here. Speaking of Japan and the yen, let's jump into Japan. Japanese crypto issuers won't pay unrealized gains, the government clarifies. Japan's National Tax Agency has clarified that crypto issuers in the country will not have to pay capital gains tax on unrealized gains in a June 20th notice. The country's ruling Liberal Democratic Party, LDP Tax Committee, approved a proposal to exempt crypto startups that issue their own tokens from paying a corporate tax on unrealized gains last December. They've been renewing its tax treatment of crypto since the least last year to encourage startups to remain in the country after heavy tax burden seemingly led to a company exodus. The partial revision noted in the June 20th document is a change from an earlier requirement that subjected token issuers to a capital gains tax of around 35% on their own tokens, as well as on unrealized gains. The tax exemption will also apply to unrealized gains from holding applicable crypto continuously from the date of issuance or from taking certain technical measurements to prevent its transfer to other persons. Japan's industry associations have also sought other tax reforms, including for crypto gains to be taxed the same rate as stocks and for individuals to only be taxed when crypto gains are converted to fiat currency. Again, a lot more clarity that is given here than in the US, but do not forget what goes on behind the closed doors. Now you look at Bank of Japan's website, the payments and markets, go off, read all about it. Now they have documents their approach to a CBDC, the Bank of Japan's approach to a CBDC. Again, you scroll down, how long have they been working on all of this? Well, you see 2021, 2022, 2023 even, but then you see 2017, 2018, and this is Project Stella with the European Central Bank and the Bank of Japan, and they released a joint report on distributed ledger technology. They've been working together for literally 3-4 years. That is absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. So as all of this is happening with Japan with adoption there. Also keep in mind that they are pushing for a central bank digital currency behind the scenes, and they've been building this out, doing studies on it since 2017. And if you think about it, look at the price of Bitcoin in 2017, where we had that big run up to 20K in 2017. Bitcoin wasn't that big. It wasn't perhaps maybe a big deal in 2017, although it did get a lot of attention in 2017, a lot of ICOs, et cetera, et cetera. But if you look at 2017, guys, the amount of people, the amount of adoption was very slow. You can even look at the chart. This is the daily chart of Bitcoin from 2017 around here. There wasn't much going on in 2017. We had that nice run up. We were around 2,200, had a run up to 20K and bounced back down in 2018. So there wasn't a lot going, like there was a run up in 2017, but the central banks at that point felt that it was so intimidating. Bitcoin was so intimidating that they had to go and start Project Stella to look into CBDCs and distributed ledger technologies, which means you have to think about if they put this on their website saying that they were looking into distributed ledger technology, CBDCs in 2017, how early did they actually start looking into it? Because you know none of this is transparent. And on top of that, you should be surprised that they even put this on their websites to begin with. CBDCs, I will just reiterate, they take away all of your freedoms. All of your freedoms. We already see the banks take away your freedom. Central banks emphasize that. If you look at your 3 inalienable rights, you have life, liberty, and property. All 3 are emphasized with Bitcoin, but instantly taken from you and diminished with a central bank digital currency. So please take note of that, and please do your own research on central bank digital currencies. These are not things to mess around with or even go near, for a matter of fact. Retro Mike, why are you upset? Why are you upset today, Retro Mike? Do you need a hug? Do you need a hug? I will send you a hug emoji if that's what it takes, Retro Mike. If that's what it takes. Gary Gensler is sheeshing. No G says I have a lot of intel. Yeah, listen, man, I do my research and I know what is up. I know what is up. I'm not going to mislead you. I'm going to tell you what is going on now behind the scenes. A lot of people, they're like, this is what's going on now. I will tell you why it's happening. The background of the whole situation. Do we have 100 likes yet? Oh, we have 98? What? What? Make sure you smash these likes and share this stream out with friends. Hi, Black Sheep. Nice to see you. Nice to see ya. Skull, nice to see you. Hope I didn't miss anyone. Hope I didn't miss anyone. Where's my 100 likes, guys? What is going on? What is going on? Yay, we have over 100. Let's go to 150. Haha. I'm just kidding. Let's go to 150 likes. Now, big news, guys. Big news. HSBC. HSBC. Now, HSBC, you could look into HSBC. They've been into a lot of things in the past. Central bank digital currencies, crypto. Listen, why wouldn't they be smart and just get their hands in everything? HSBC also imposed some restrictions on crypto purchases in the UK. Now, we already know central bank digital currencies, the banks, they're already holding you back. Your money is already not your money. When a CBDC comes out and it's a central bank or a Federal Reserve direct to consumer, that's when everything goes completely out the window. At least maybe you have a little bit of freedom, tiny bit, with the banks. Although if you want to buy crypto in the UK, maybe you don't have that much freedom. If you take a look back to March, HSBC nationwide imposed a new restriction on crypto in the UK. So if you take a look, they said the Financial Conduct Authority, the FCA, who regulate the financial services in the industry, has highlighted certain risks associated with cryptocurrency. So there was an email that they sent to people and nationwide, and it wrote, "We will be introducing restrictions on purchasing crypto on the 28th of February. They said we will be introducing limits on card payments made to crypto exchanges from a current amount. The email continues, adding that new daily card limit is 100 British pounds for Flex One accounts, and 5,000 pounds for other account types. They also said, this was 2 days after the crypto restrictions went into effect, that they wrote, "We will not allow payments to crypto exchanges using a nationwide credit card, whether you nor any additional card holder will be able to use a nationwide credit card to purchase cryptocurrency. Psh. What? So already, your money is not your money. If your money was your money, then you'd put it in the bank. You'd be able to spend it on whatever you wanted. Bless your heart. But no, they said, HSBC, that they will not allow payments to crypto exchanges using a nationwide credit card. And they introduced limits. Even if you look at Santander UK, they also introduced limits to buying crypto. They introduced a limit back last year as well. I would like to show that to you guys. Give me 1 second now that I'm thinking about it. If you guys take a look from last year, this was November of 2022. So here's the alpha. November of 2022, Santander UK also put out that they were putting, this is santander.co.uk if you guys want to check it out. They said the FCA issued warnings for consumers about the risks of investing in crypto assets. So they introduced a limit to a total of £3,000 on any rolling day period. Talking about payments to Binance. And they said they'll continue to stop payments being sent to Binance. So tell me, this isn't a literal attack on cryptocurrency. Santander, HSBC, not allowing you to spend your money. Your money is your money, is it not? Pfft, no. HSBC also working on interoperability of CBDCs across networks and currencies. This was from December of 2022. So you had November of 2022, Santander came out and limited crypto purchases. Then in December of 2022, HSBC steps in and says that they are working on CBDCs with who? IBM for the delivery of the Bank of France CBDC experiment and wanted to show how central bank digital currencies could cross every divide, cross-border, cross-digital, and real-world currency, cross-asset, and cross-ledger. They said this was due to the pandemic significantly reducing cash usage and boosted digital payment systems. They said big names like crypto like Bitcoin are proving to be more of a store of value and a volatile one than a mean of payment. Stablecoins, those crypto that are linked to real-world currencies like the dollar or the euro, have emerged to address the issue of price volatility. They are particularly used for overseas payments as they require no foreign exchange fees and remove currency volatility from the transactions. However, there's still uncertainty over how stable they really are, as issuers need to hold sufficient reserves of the real-world currency to back up the tokens that they've issued. Increasingly, the central banks are exploring the idea of their own CBDC that could ensure safety, robustness, and efficiency of payments for the developed nations and promote financial inclusion in emerging economies. Tell me that this isn't a straight up lie. Oh, a CBDC is going to ensure safety, robustness, and efficiency of payments. How? When Bitcoin already does that. Where Bitcoin, it's peer-to-peer currency. As they said, trustless, borderless, and a store of value. So CBDCs, they could expire. They could literally shut down your account. As we looked at with the Project Hamilton that's based in the United States, they said a CBDC transaction has to go through a trusted processor. A trusted person that's going to confirm your transactions, and that's going to be who? A central bank. And if the central bank doesn't like you, then they shut you down. They will censor you. Meanwhile, Bitcoin, you can't be censored. And that's what we have to keep in mind. Bitcoin is freedom and it's truth. All of these CBDCs, they're going to be on private ledgers. You're not going to be able to see anything, have control over anything. But Bitcoin is truth. You see every single transaction that's ever been put out there since the Genesis block. Truth and transparency. That's what we're looking for. The big news today is HSBC is rolling out crypto services in Hong Kong. And you know, Hong Kong has been working on those CBDCs for a long time as well. HSBC is rolling out crypto services in Hong Kong, according to a report. Hong Kong and Shanghai Banking Corporation, HSBC, is the largest bank in Hong Kong, and they reportedly introduced its first local crypto services. They enabled its customers to buy and sell Bitcoin and ETH-based exchange-traded ETFs. Local journalist Colin Wu reported. So again, we have Bitcoin and ETH traded, exchange-traded funds ETFs. So again, we have ETFs, Bitcoin and ETH ETFs in Hong Kong. Isn't that wild? Isn't that wild? We could barely get that done here. According to the report, they will specify which offer cryptocurrency ETFs listing on the stock exchange of Hong Kong. Again, on their stock exchange. Now, are retail investors really going to be able to get involved? I highly doubt it. But at the time of writing, the exchange lists 3 crypto ETFs, including CSOP, Bitcoin Futures ETF, CSOP, Ethereum Futures ETF, and Samsung Bitcoin Futures Active ETF. The move aims to expand local users' exposure to crypto in Hong Kong. According to online reports, HSBC Hong Kong had 1.7 million active mobile users. As of March 2022, about 95% of retail transactions of HSBC in Hong Kong are reportedly processed online. They did not immediately respond to Cointelegraph's request for a comment, but the news services come alongside their report after launching a virtual asset investor education center. And this was designed to protect investors from crypto-related risks, requiring them to read and confirm educational materials before investing. They reportedly have this available on HSBC's virtual asset-related products, like their HSBC HK Easy Invest app, HSBC HK mobile banking app, and online banking. This is a lot, especially because what had happened last week. The Hong Kong Monetary Authority wanted to flood the whole crypto scene. June 1st, they allowed crypto exchanges, or VASP, virtual asset service providers, to send in their applications to advertise or give access to retail investors. Now, are retail investors really going to have access to all this stuff? It's China. Are they really going to say, oh, you, bro, you can go ditch our digital yuan and our Hong Kong digital currency, and you go get your Bitcoin on the exchange, take it off the exchange, and do what you need to do without us knowing about it? Heck no, it's China. So beware of it. Also, it's good news that crypto is being spread to other places. I think maybe Hong Kong and China embracing crypto can maybe light a fire under Gary Gensler and the SEC, Liz Warren, Janet Yellen, all these people, and help them realize that Bitcoin can save and bring money back to America, can flood the economy with new jobs and obviously more purpose. Now, I do think that, of course, we have a lot of power that's being wasted here. Why not use that and mine Bitcoin with it and mine cryptocurrency with it? It's all things that come with time. Again, do your own research, keep calm, hodl on. Understand that there's a lot of things going on now to bring crypto in, but also there are a lot of CBDC plans behind closed doors. This is crazy. Emma wants to throw ketchup at me. I have wisdom. Thank you. Appreciate it. Flick the lights. Jason Moore, nice to see you. You want me to break something? Oh, that's Gary that said that. You want me to break something? No. I can't break anything. I don't have anything I could break. I'm actually looking around, but I have nothing. I got nothing to break. I got nothing to break. You can't buy a lot with the CBDC, Jason. I'm looking through the comments. Hi, Mr. NC. Nice to see you. Happy you liked the dress today. Bulldog, nice to see you. Got back from your appointment with your niece. Nice to see you guys. I hope you guys are doing well. If your niece is watching, then hello to her as well. D-Gen, nice to see you. They need to shut HSBC down. Listen, man. The banks are so big that you can't stop them. Even JP Morgan, what weren't they pushing? I think they were pushing like JPM over the weekend. They have their own coin that they want to push. So, there's a lot of things going on here. I want to talk about Brazil as well, because besides HSBC opening up their doors, rolling out a Bitcoin and ETH futures ETF for Hong Kong, you also have Brazil. So we're going to talk about Brazil for a moment. Brazil, there's been a lot of mix of crypto adoption, CBDCs, a lot of things going on in Brazil. So we could break it all down. We could boom, break it down. Hi, Vinny. Nice to see you in the chat. Oval Boar, you said hello. Retro Mike, you said it was adequate. My dress is adequate? Oh, my heart. See, no G likes my dance moves. I'm sure Retro Mike is going to come back and be like, no, they're horrible. They're horrible. Oh, Blackout. Thank you for all of those roses there on TikTok. I appreciate it. Crypto Cowboy said Bitcoin now is like the internet in the early 90s. I know, I was there. Well, Crypto Cowboy, I feel like it's the same vibe. I do. I was watching like videos about like the beginning of the internet and like when the internet was first coming out and Bill Gates was explaining it to people and people were like, Bill, what are you talking about? And like all these other people trying to explain the internet and what you can do with the internet. And they were like, why would you use the internet? And it's so funny that when you look at the clips of people talking about the beginning of the internet, the same people, by the way, because it really wasn't that long ago, the same people that were on TV then are on TV now. And they're saying basically the same things about crypto. When you learn from one revolution that you couldn't stop the internet and now the internet's your whole life and now you have crypto when you assume like, okay, everything's going digital, my life is digital, my money should be digital too in a way that I can control, obviously. It's just the way things go. It's the way things go. Now, I want to talk about Brazil. Brazil has their plans for a CBDC. We're going to talk about it, my friends. We are going to talk about it. There's been some, let me just say first, there has been some adoption in Brazil. Like they have like, I think Binance has their card over there with MasterCard. I think they have a lot of things going on here in Brazil, but also they are working on CBDCs, which is a red flag. Brazilian central bank adds crypto exchange Mercado Bitcoin in CBDC pilot, including MasterCard. Now, MasterCard has their hands in everything, man. They got metaverse trademarks. They have a bunch of exchanges that they work with. They were a part of CBDC pilots as well, not just this one. So keep that in mind as well. Brazil's central bank authorized Thursday the largest local crypto exchange, Mercado Bitcoin, to participate in the pilot of the digital real, the South American country's central bank digital currency. The consortium led by Mercado Bitcoin counts MasterCard broker Genial, registrar Cirque, and financial software fintech Sinikia as partners, the local newspaper Valor reported. Also on Thursday, the central bank gave its green light to state-owned Brazilian bank to start it and participate in its CBDC pilot, along with card provider Elo and Microsoft. Mercado Bitcoin has been left out of the central bank's choice of 14 participants in late May because the consortium lacked at least one regulated financial or payment institution with direct access to Brazil's national financial network. That changed after Mercado Bitcoin received the payment institution license from them on the central bank from June 2nd. Our participate validates the central bank's intention to bring innovation to the financial system with those who have already been working with this tech and not just with incumbents who have appropriated it. This is from Fabrizio Tota, the director of new businesses at Mercado Bitcoin. They said, "We are pleased to be part of the consortium selected to join the real digital pilot in Brazil." MasterCard continues to engage in a series of partnerships to build trust and compliance in the digital assets ecosystem, while also solving real-world problems. This is from the executive vice president of the products and engineering at MasterCard Latin America and the Caribbean. The central bank will begin incorporating participants into the real digital pilot platform in mid-June 2023, so literally now. According to Glovo, the consortium intends to participate in testing the issuance of a CBDC and treasury bills and will also seek to test technical aspects of the network and the governance model of the distributed ledger technology. They're said to be rolled out by 2024 by the central bank, which is a digital currency as a way of increasing the participation in the financial system. No. This is crazy. Of course, central banks, they feel like they're going to be left behind. A bunch of countries are releasing CBDCs. It is really sad to see how much is happening with Brazil and with all of these other countries working on CBDCs when they should just embrace Bitcoin, because Bitcoin's already there. It's already something that is peer-to-peer, something that's borderless, something that's transparent. But of course, a CBDC is something they control. A CBDC is something that we have no say over anything. I really do hope that one day we are able to get clarity. We are able to actually have crypto run here, because I do feel like at this point, even if you are looking at all of this news with CBDCs in other countries and them embracing crypto in other countries, you do realize that Gary Gensler, all of these people, they will be left behind. And we can't afford to be left behind. Gary Gensler literally said, what? About digital currencies? Let me just remind you.
Don't need more digital currency. We already have digital currency. It's called the US dollar. It's called the euro. We don't need more digital currency. We already have digital currency. It's called the US dollar. It's called the euro. It's called the yen. They're all digital right now.
They're all digital right now. Oh my gosh. Guys, this is exactly what we need to be educating people on. Those digital currencies that we have now, you look at your bank app, you're like, oh, the number's there. But can you actually go spend where you want and how you want? Of course you can't. At HSBC in Santander in the UK, where you can't even buy crypto over there. Barely. Then you have the restrictions on that. They could just shut your bank account down right now. And they've been doing that. If you look at all the protests that maybe people have endured the past few years, they just shut down your bank account. They didn't ask you questions. They didn't say, oh, were you involved in this? Is this potential? You were involved in this and that. No, they just shut you down. And then you have all the contradictory statements that are made by certain people. If you take a look at an organization like the IMF back in February warned El Salvador of its Bitcoin risks. Because as you know, El Salvador was the first country to have Bitcoin as legal tender. Now the IMF warned El Salvador back in February of its Bitcoin risk, that it shouldn't have Bitcoin as legal tender. They said the IMF, the International Monetary Fund, urged the government of El Salvador to exercise greater transparency with their Bitcoin transactions, highlighting the risks. In September 2021, they became the first country worldwide to introduce Bitcoin as legal tender, alongside the dollar. Their Congress passed a law last month, which was January 2023, to regulate the issuance of other digital assets by the state and private entities. In a report, the IMF once again warned the government, again, this is multiple times, regarding Bitcoin following a visit to the country. They said, while risks have not materialized due to the limit Bitcoin use so far, again, what they're saying is we really don't have a reason for this, but the use of crypto could grow given the new legislative reforms adopted to encourage its use. They also noted that the underlying risks to financial integrity and stability, fiscal sustainability, and consumer protection persist. Even though they have not materialized, no risks have materialized. So, while the risk does not exist, here's why crypto's bad. Like, that is absolutely insane. That is absolutely insane. The same people who warned El Salvador to not use Bitcoin as legal tender also presented blueprints for cross-border central bank digital currencies. This was back last week. They wanted to solve the problem of cross-border payments, make them low cost. So they figure, why not impose CBDCs to ensure countries can compliance checks and capital controls? Of course, it's all about control. Tobias Adrian, the director of the IMF's Monetary and Capital Markets Department, reckons one global CBDC platform will allow for capital controls and could cut payment costs, such as a vision that is a far cry from crypto enthusiasts' dream for a decentralized financial system. The same people who warned El Salvador said, do not use Bitcoin as legal tender. We love CBDCs. Let's build it all out. Let's have one global CBDC platform. That reminds you of that global digital currency that they want to push on all of us and literally close out our whole lives. and control us all. The same people said 2 days after that report, 4 days after that report, I apologize. So 4 days after they said they were going to do some CBDC work, they said a crypto ban may not be the best approach to balance risks. Let me tell you guys. They said banning crypto may not be the best way of mitigating risks. The IMF said just months after suggesting that the approach as an option because it would also prevent countries gaining the associated benefits. While a few countries have completed and banned crypto assets given their risks, this approach may not be effective in the long run. The IMF said in a website post about an interest in CBDC adoption in Latin America and the Caribbean. Quote, the region should instead focus on addressing the drivers of crypto demand, including citizens' unmet digital payment needs, and on improving transparency by recording crypto asset transactions in national statistics. Again, how could they get statistics? Because of, again, the transparency that are not there with CBDCs. There are Latin countries that were among the top 20 for global adoption of crypto. Are, of course, more. There will be more. Worldwide, many countries are exploring CBDCs or digital representations of their local currencies. And the Bahamas and Nigeria already issued their CBDC, while the EU's draft law is back on track to be released. Don't you see the flip-flop? The flip-flop? Where we have banks. Bitcoin is bad. Bitcoin is terrible. The IMF said, El Salvador, do not use Bitcoin as legal tender. Even though there are no materialized risks that we can't even think of a risks associated, they are bad. But let's bring out CBDCs. But also, we like crypto. Don't rule it out. They said a crypto ban may not be the best approach to balance risks and demand. Well, which one is it? Which one is it? The point I am trying to make here is that no matter what they say, just like China, oh, we're banning Bitcoin mining, we're banning Bitcoin. What is Hong Kong doing right now? Asking, begging crypto exchange, please come here. The IMF saying, don't ban crypto. Do your own research. Draw your own conclusions. Because if you listened to all of the news, then you would never get into crypto. You would never do anything, to be honest. Because no matter what it is on the news, they'll always tell you, oh, this is bad. Oh, it's raining today, even though it's sunny and beautiful. That's what it is now. That is what the mainstream is. It's not accurate. It's just a literal, I guess, narrative, maybe, that is around Bitcoin and crypto that it's so bad. Meanwhile, if you did your research on Bitcoin, you would know Bitcoin is truth. Every single transaction that's ever been done is recorded on the blockchain. Anyone can go view that. How do you think they catch people that took money from this one and that one? Because it's transparent. On the blockchain, you could find out what happens. We know that there's an inflation schedule every 4 years called the halving. We know that there's a finite supply of 21 million Bitcoin. That it is peer-to-peer transactions where we don't need a CBDC for cross-border payments. We don't need an intermediary to allow us to make a transaction. We choose when, where, and how we spend our money. And on top of that, we could be our own bank. We actually own our money. We own our assets. Unlike a CBDC that's issued directly by a central bank to you, and they are a transaction processor, which means they don't like you. You have no money. So again, if you do your own research and you understand the fundamentals of this space, then you would be confident in Bitcoin, in the tech, not about number go up, number go down, but in what it is, which is, again, a decentralized peer-to-peer electronic cash system. You being your own bank. Draw your own conclusions. Do your own research. Because if you listen to the news, then you'll really never get anywhere. They'll tell you one day they hate crypto, then the next day get crypto. It's doing great. Make your own decisions. Be your own bank. Period. I went on a huge rant. I Crypto Cowboy. Yeah, listen, man, I do realize that. And that's why I'm here. And that's why I'm here, because I do realize that if you pay attention to like a lot of like the mainstream, man, you're going to be freaking lost. And on top of that, if you literally look at where the news gets their news, you guys can write in the chat, where does the news get their news? From Twitter. From us. So at the end of the day, we are our own news. The collective us. The collective us. Not them, which I guess has always been them. Whoever they are. The collective them. But not the us. Bitcoin crypto brings the power back to us. Because if whoever holds the money holds the power. Now, if you take a look at a clip from the president of the European Central Bank, she said the reason why they had to create a central bank digital currency is to maintain their status as an anchor in the monetary system that they have been for decades. That's what they want. Because they know that Bitcoin and crypto displaces them. And that if we have the power, we can then maybe bring our own ideologies about, our own laws, our own news, our own thoughts, our freedom. Bitcoin, you can't get censored, but with the banks who are already getting censored, even in the media. But you need open source things, like even Twitter putting out their code. And, you know, there's another one, Nostr, whatever it's called. Sorry if I messed up the name. I know about the platform, just messed up the name. But all of these open source things that matter to speech, it matters. Like even money at the end of the day. What's money? Like Elon Musk was saying, what is money? It's information. It's a value transfer. We deserve to send and receive our value or information without permission in a trustless manner. Faster than an F1 car. Man, I just get hyped sometimes, and I do have to work on that. I do have to like slow down sometimes. I do realize that. MTC is our savior. No, you're crazy, man. That was awesome, man. That was awesome. Bacon, eggs, and hash. What are you guys doing? Are you guys telling Emma to like beat me up or something? Like, what is going on in the chat? What is going on in the chat? Retro Mike, just put happening in all chat, in all caps in the chat. What's up, Mike? Mike, are you okay? You said you're not smart enough to make your own decisions. You know that's not true. You chose to be a smart miner, so you know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. Can I get a like check, guys? I don't have a like check out here because, yeah, I need a like check. Do. Let me see. What are the likes like, guys? What are the likes like? Man, this thing is so slow. We have 128. Hi, Kenny O. Nice to see you. So we have 128. Okay. All right. Listen, my friends, let's get 150 before I head out of here. That would be absolutely splendid. 1 trillion likes. One day, you know what? Let's like one day do like the most liked. Oh, wow. Exposed. We should have like the most liked YouTube video in history. Like that would be so awesome. I don't know why that moved. That would be so awesome if we had like the most liked video in YouTube history. One day we will do that. One day that should be like a goal of ours. The most liked video in YouTube history would be like us on the Daily Zest. That would be so fun. Thank you guys for watching today. Make sure you guys smash these likes, share the stream out with friends, subscribe. Guys, there's a lot of news going on, but do not be scared. Do not be scared. We could do one last check of Bitcoin before I head out, but we do have $30,370 Bitcoin. I'm just like looking through the years of the charts right now. But here we go. We have $30,371 Bitcoin. We're down 0.36%. Litecoin is still slightly in the red. Oh, slightly in the green. But as I said that, I went in the red. So never mind on that. But we are dipping a little bit in the market. Again, it's only like we're only like really midway through the day. So we'll see how this ends up going. You guys feel like we're going to have a green week. I feel like we're going to have a green week. I hope we have a green week. I am wishing for nothing but the zestiest for all of us. I hope for the most zest and prosperity for all individuals here. Kenny L, thank you for the love. Cowboy said 32K by tomorrow. I would love to see 32K by tomorrow. Listen, man, if we get like, you know, a lot of price action, you know I'll be out here and I will try to make it on stream for you guys. So I will be here for you guys. Arrow said, we will feel bad when rejecting ETFs, but it's necessary. It's raining ETFs, man. Consumer Break, you joined the Zesty fam and gave me a $2 super chat with a thumbs up emoji. I appreciate that. Thank you. He's a great show. I appreciate that. BBB, what's up? Bacon, Eggs, and Hash says that they want Emma to throw a tomato at me. That's mean. That's mean. I'm just kidding. I have introduced an 85-year-old grandma. If you can email Bitcoin, you could do it. Yeah. Listen, man, you could email Bitcoin. There are some platforms where you can actually like email like NFTs and stuff like that. I think that's great and that's the future. But listen, my friends, I do have to run today. I do have to skedaddle. Boop, boop, boop. And if you guys, it seems like you guys liked today's, you guys did really like this, the Daily Zest new look. That's awesome. 78% of you guys said yes to Zesty, and pretty much the rest of you guys said you'll have a coffee and a cookie. Listen, if you haven't yet, brew up your coffee, have a sip. We are fueled by coffee and Bitcoin on this channel. I hope you guys have a great day. I'm going to go sip my coffee. Make sure you smash these likes, subscribe, share the stream out with friends, and as always, stay zesty. Peace.